Guerrilla reveals Horizon Forbidden West sales, Insomniac's ambitions with Spider-Man 2, the PlayStation Showcase may have been dated, and a follow-up to those Metal Gear Solid 3 remake rumors. All that and more in today's PlayStation news. Let's get to them. Guerrilla Games celebrated 20 years with an amazing trailer reminiscing old times, from the beginning with Killzone up until the creation of a new franchise with Horizon. In their blog post, they also revealed that as of April 16, Horizon Forbidden West has sold through 8.4 million units, that's not counting PS Plus downloads. The franchise has reached 32.7 million in sales, besides it has reached even more people with PlayStation Plus and Play at Home free downloads. By comparison, Horizon Zero Dawn was announced to surpass 7.6 million units sold after 1 year on the market, so Forbidden West did around 800,000 more units than its predecessor. While that number is dwarfed in comparison to Horizon's big brother God of War Ragnarok, which sold 11 million in 3 months, it's not that bad considering Horizon is only a 6-year-old franchise. Guerrilla as a studio has managed to ship 9 games on PlayStation platforms, including 5 Killzone games and now 3 Horizon titles, with an upcoming sequel and multiplayer game. But do you know what platform they work on before doing PlayStation games? Test your knowledge in the comments or the latest trivia poll in the community tab. A studio that wants to test itself with its next release is Insomniac Games. They are looking to make Spider-Man 2 the best game they have ever worked on, that's per Insomniac narrative director John Paquette. He said the following while in a studio stream playing the first Spider-Man game.
Boy, am I excited about Spider-Man 2. There's obviously not much I can say, but boy, are we really working hard to try and make sure that this is the best game we've ever made, and we can't wait to share it with you all.
It seems they are getting ready to show us something stunning, and we should be learning about it really soon if rumors about the PlayStation Showcase are to be believed. Speaking about that PlayStation Showcase, we're still waiting for Sony to confirm the event where we'll learn about Phase 2 for the PS5 game lineup, with titles set to appear including the aforementioned Spider-Man 2, Mortal Kombat 12, and now several Konami exclusives including a Metal Gear remake. Insider Jeff Grubb has hinted the event could be happening in the week of May 25, as per his Summer Game Fest calendar update, which puts the Sony Showcase 2 weeks ahead of Summer Game Fest on June 8. He also said that's the latest it could happen because he didn't want to say the week of May 21st, and people get angry when it doesn't happen by then, so it could also happen earlier than May 25th. I always thought Sony would repeat as with the State of Play last year 1 week before Summer Game Fest, with the presentation being June 1st, but 2 weeks ahead give them a lot of room for major news to breathe before a ton of other game news. If it's gonna happen at any point between May 21st and 25th, Sony usually gives us a heads up a week before, so they could be announcing it next week. Let's stick with the PlayStation Showcase rumors and circle back to those Konami PS5 exclusives and the Metal Gear remake that brewed over the past weekend. Besides Nick Baker from Xbox Era and Jez Corden from Windows Central, now we have Andy Robinson from BGC saying he's also heard a Sony Showcase is happening in the usual May-early June window, with Konami stuff included. Andy Robinson is also one of the sources that have cited a Metal Gear Solid 3 remake exists and is scheduled for a 2024 release. The other was a Spanish website Area Jugones which spread rumors around the Game Awards last year, but it was for the original Metal Gear Solid, although they also mentioned it could be revealed during the first half of the year. Lastly, we also have to remember that Metal Gear Solid producer Noriaki Okamura shared a New Year's message on Famitsu several months ago, saying that a long-awaited announcement could be happening really soon. PlayStation's first-party studio Bluepoint Games and support third-party Virtuos have been linked multiple times with the Metal Gear remake, and they are not strangers to each other as they work together on the Demon's Souls remake. Do you think a Metal Gear Solid remake will indeed be revealed at the PlayStation Showcase? Sound off in the comments. While we wait for the showcase, Sony has announced an expansion to their Hero project, an incubator program that looks to support local developers in realizing their game ideas on PS5, PSVR 2, and PC. Developers of any size can now submit their proposals, but they should be obviously an India-based developer, registered as a legal entity, and sign up as a PlayStation partner. They can request up to $100,000 in funding. You can check for more info with the link in the description below. Sony said the India Hero project looks to lower the barrier of entry and showcase incredible talent from the country, just like the program has done for China over the past few years, bringing games like Fist and Lost Souls aside. Moving on, Sony also shared the PlayStation top downloads for April, which was a great month for new debuts Star Wars Jedi Survivor and Dead Island 2. Both games dominated the sales charts as number 1 and number 2 in US, Canada, and Europe, followed by games like Grand Theft Auto 5, MLB The Show 23, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Resident Evil 4, and Hogwarts Legacy among the highlights on PS5. Other PlayStation first-party games included Spider-Man Miles Morales at number 16 and The Last of Us Part 1 at number 20 in the US and Canada. And while Part 1 was the last in the PS4 ranking, Part 2 took the top spot in both regions on PS4, followed by Minecraft and NBA 2K23 in US, Canada, or FIFA 23 in Europe. Last of Us is still experiencing a sales boost due to the HBO show, and expect that to continue growing as HBO said the show is breaking records on their platform. Let's continue talking about sales, but now for the UK, as Star Wars Jedi Survivor launch sales managed to beat Fallen Order by around 30%. The title debuted 35% short of its predecessor, but that didn't include digital sales data, which ended up being double of what Fallen Order did in 2019 after the accelerated digital adoption in the past few years. EA CEO Andrew Wilson spoke on the game's success during the company's Q4 earnings call on Tuesday, saying that they are overjoyed with Jedi as they made the bold decision to move the title 6 weeks to give the team the opportunity to really get the quality of the game that they wanted. Clearly it was not enough time, but more about that in our next story. Last week's UK sales charts, however, saw Hogwarts Legacy reclaim the top spot, followed by Star Wars Jedi Survivor and Dead Island 2, so again a great few weeks for new launches. Star Wars Jedi Survivor is all the success in sales, but what about its buggy state? Well, EA has announced patch 1.04 for the game is now out, with a download size of over 1.1 gigs. It focuses on bug fixing, but it also solves the HDR problems PS5 users have experienced since release, and the game-breaking bug reported over at the EA forums last week, where game progress was halted after being unable to defeat a late boss. And the bosses at Ubisoft have apparently decided to delay Assassin's Creed Mirage again. According to Insider Gaming's Tom Henderson, the game has been delayed internally from August to October. The move is said to be the third delay, as the game was pushed internally twice, resulting in the rumored August release window. Ubisoft has not said anything about a release date since the announcement, where they only said it would launch in 2023, and has now denied rumors that it was gonna launch with the Infinity platform. We'll likely learn more in the upcoming Ubisoft Forward this June. Another game that's going to be revealed soon is this year's Call of Duty, according to another report from Insider Gaming. Tom Henderson, again with the scoop, says the game will be revealed on August 1st in some in-game reveal event, like Black Ops and Vanguard were revealed in Warzone. That makes the game unlikely to appear at the PlayStation Showcase, even if it sure has another exclusivity window with Sony. The report continues saying 2 betas will run on October 6 to 10 and 12 to 16, a campaign early access period on November 2nd, and a full release on November 10. Call of Duty 2023 was previously reported by Bloomberg's Jason Schreier to be a big expansion to Modern Warfare 2, developed by Sledgehammer Games. Let's switch gears to new dates and announcements. Capcom has announced a new open beta for Street Fighter 6 is happening on May 19 to the 21st, with the content from closed beta test number 2 that had 8 playable characters: Luke, Jamie, Ryu, Chun-Li, Guile, Kimberly, Yuri, and Ken across 6 stages. The beta will be available on PS5 and sadly skipping PS4, but there's at least little to wait until June 2nd. EA has announced that FIFA 23 will be joining the playlist next Tuesday, May 16. The game will be available as part of the EA Play service on both PS4 and PS5. Developer Metaphor has announced a new Transformers Beyond Reality port for PSVR 2 is out now. It features upgrades over the PSVR version, such as a wider field of view, better graphics, frame rate, and some interactivity improvements in the campaign. Indie game Dordogne from developer Union Sequa and Focus Entertainment will be arriving on PS4 and PS5, featuring some amazing watercolor visuals. It will be priced at $15 when it launches this June 13. And those are the PlayStation stories for today. Come back on Friday for a new video, but remember to share your thoughts on any of these news in the comments below, like or dislike to let me know your feedback, check out other videos you may enjoy while you're here, and consider subscribing for more on PlayStation. Thank you so much for watching, my name is Joseph, this is Hype for Games, and let's get hype!